Hello, November 11th. Happy Health Habits family. Hugs and kisses to you. I'm happy you're here. Martha, Elaine, Mary, Tabitha's here.
What day,
Happy
Amy, did you say it was?
November 11th or what did I
20th.
say?
You said 11th, I think.
Oh, November 20th? Sorry. November
Oh,
20th. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking 11, I was halfway
November,
there.
November is 11, so
I was there halfway. So give yourself a great big high five for loving yourself enough to actually be here today. High five the screen. Woohoo! High five. By the way, this Mel Robbins says it helps us to stop the inner critic and be our own biggest cheerleader. So I am addicted to giving myself a high five. If I don't do it, I go back and do it, look myself in the eye and give myself a high five. It makes a really big difference. So in my mind. So hello, Optivists. You know what? High five. We're all here together. And we are celebrating today our milestones, our small victories, our mini and our goals. And we're mastering the habits of health. And we're the hero of habits. So we're a hero of habits and we're in our tribe. So because we're all together here, we're going to practice what I had to put into practice. So everyone, let's take a couple deep breaths. Let's hug on ourselves. Do a little grounding. Remember this guy, do your figure eights or do your box breathing. Okay. Here's another one you can do when you want to ground yourself. Do your breathing, settle in, and then you can do your eyes up and down and up and down, side to side, brain balancing while breathing, and even around in circles. Okay. One way and then the other way. Balances the brain, calms the amygdala. And did anybody see that little video I sent this week in the chat group about yawning and doing your RRR in your, did you guys see that one? Anyone?
yeah.
A yawn, if you look up and you go R, and you do R, the word R, and you force a yawn,
Oh,
yawn actually turns on the vagus nerve and yawn calms down the parasympathetic. So again, when we calm down the Amy in there, then
oh,
we have a better chance at making a more educated, healthy decision versus an emotional
oh.
one. So forcing a yawn in any way, forcing a yawn, because you can even just take a couple deep breaths in, let it all the way out, and that might force a yawn. Yawning would be a great way to stop challenge, include in your stop challenge and choose is to force a yawn. It slows things down. So that's just a little tip for my tribe today. And I am wearing my favorite colors in honor of last year. Today, I was standing on 00 longitude latitude in Ecuador with Carrie and Kate, and I miss Carrie very much. But I posted that today as a little memory. It was really fun. Go to my Facebook page and see my stand. I'm standing on 00 longitude and latitude. So boy, I'll tell you what, 2024 authentically more is the year we've all become more whole, right? So there is hope for wholeness, and we're doing that with each other and for each other. We are learning to put all the rocks in the bucket, all the habits in the jar, round out our circles of health, get all of our balls in the air, and love on ourselves. And raise your hand if you've increased your self-love and have more wholeness this year than you did at the beginning. Yeah, of
Yeah,
last. Yeah, everybody, right? I like we are more whole than we ever were before at the beginning. Well, than we were at last. So this is just for everybody, right? We're becoming whole. This round circle. Everybody's more whole. Are we perfect? No, we're not, but we're a work in progress. We got more, more balls in the air, more rocks in the bucket than we had before. And I love this. Just a little reminder before we do wins of the week. We're transforming, we're leading from the future. We lead from the future. We're taking responsibility. We seek growth, cultivate trust, awaken potential in ourselves and others, and we deliver extraordinary service to mankind by being better people, by being better us, right? By being a better you, you are delivering more service to mankind. And we'll do wins here in a second. But I just had to share with you this little graphic because this is just petrifying to me before we shut this thing off so I can see everyone that's here today. Um, do you guys see these charts here?
Yes.
So everyone on my bus is going in the right direction. On our bus, our energy bus, we're going in the right direction. Since 1990 and 2018, 2025, 2030, do we see the obesity going up here? 50, these are obesity charts, guys. Back in 1990, look at how it was like
Yikes.
10% of the population, maybe 10% at best, 0 to 9% in some states, no obesity in the gray states, none. Can you imagine? No obesity in the gray states. Now, fast forward, they've gone from 35% in the purple states to now this red color and this dark deep color, which is 50 to 60%. Serious? So is our diet culture working? Are diets working? Are boot camps working? That'd be a no. Right? I mean, this is proof right here. I love I love these facts. I love these statistics. Who's shocked? Anyone? Anyone?
No.
I will send this graphic to you if you want. No one's shocked.
Yes.
Any feedback about this chart that anyone has off the top of their head?
It's just very sad. Did
Yeah.
anybody see the Today Show, I guess this morning,
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm. talking about this, the obesity rate
Mhm.
and
Mm-mm.
how yeah, talking about the obesity rate.
Well, now there it is in living color, right? In living color, and it's very sad. And in this room, we have so many people that are really changing the trajectory of their lives. So today, the subject, was of course, how to navigate the holidays, which I like to call sugar season. I'm going to stop screen share, which I like to call sugar season. This next, 2 months of sugar season. But so we're gonna talk about that and what we got out of that on Monday, and any tips, tricks, or recipes or things that you guys particularly love, and things that you've done during the holidays. Um, and then our wins. And if anybody wants to share a win, and if anyone's game, either at the top of the hour or at the bottom of the hour, I would love to stop shouting in the closet. If anyone's game to share a live win, either themselves or a client, if you're a coach and you want to share a client's win, I would love to go live for like 5 minutes and share some of this stuff with the world, because there are some really profound things that go on every week, and I feel like we're just shouting in the closet. We're just telling each other. Why can't we got to be telling other people? So if anyone's game to stay on after, we can just go live real quick. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So be thinking if you wanna join me, because I think I'm gonna do that right after this. Either if no one joins me, that's fine. I'll just do it by myself. So I don't know if we're gonna have Carrie or not again. They're still having power outages all the time at random times. So we'll see when she comes back, and we'll pray for her that she has a good experience in her new spot until we get her here with us again. I know Margot will be gone today, and I think Betty was planning on coming on too. So, so let's talk about Monday. What did we get out of that? Anybody have notes? Everybody see? Did you see? How about you want to start? Do you want to start, Deb, in the upper right corner, or Kathy's iPhone? I'm assuming that's Kathy D.
It's Kathy D, but I did
Yeah.
not get to see it.
Okay.
So I hope to watch it later today, but I can't.
Do you want to just share what's your win of the week? What's a learn of the week, or maybe a holiday tip, trick, or new thing that you want a generational wellness movement you want to start in your family?
Sure. I need to hop off here at 12:30. So Bob has another treatment today. So his first treatment was yesterday, and it was grueling. It was very emotional for me. And in many instances, just even to be in this room with all of these people getting chemotherapy, it was probably 35 chairs full. And I sat there and I thought, why is there so much cancer? And I obviously don't have the answer to that, but so we left our house at 10 after 7, got home in the morning, 10 after 7 in the morning, and got home at 4:10 that evening. So I thought, I have got to go for a walk. And I did. And it was probably the best therapeutic thing I did for myself. And I listened to my Hello app, and I kind of got my head back on straight. And so that was my win, because I certainly didn't want to do it. And I was tired. It was getting dark, but I thought, this is what I need. And it helped a lot. So, and I got up this morning because I knew we're going to be all afternoon, sitting there again. So I went and worked out this morning. So those are my wins.
Those are big, Kath. Those are big. Woo, you did your self-care in the midst of chaos. Now,
Mhm.
everyone give her a high five. Woo, woo.
Yep.
Go, Kathy. Go, Kathy.
I've had, well, you probably saw my pictures on Facebook, Brian, and the grandkids were here we did our Thanksgiving before Bob starts his chemo, because we just don't know how he's going to feel. So I did the whole Thanksgiving turkey, dinner and the whole 9 yards. But I'd say for the most part, I ate pretty healthy.
Okay, so you did it early. You did it early, and did you have any other? One thing I loved on Monday is they talked about the one. This is my takeaway was that sticks with me is the one gal talked about. I was brought up every single year. We go all out during the holidays, and then we diet on January 1. And that was just what their family did. Like they just were, it was like a family thing. And she said, I know now that I can make generational changes in the future by stopping that pattern, right? That is going to end. And the tip about move before you munch, and all the little tips they gave on Monday were great. But it's really profound. Like we can make changes in these traditions and make newer, funner ones, better, healthier ones. We don't have to stick to the old unhealthy ones. So have you
Right.
started anything new then with your family since you
Well,
already
I did a
had
lettuce salad this time instead of, one of those gooey Jello salads, which are so bad with, whipped cream and all that. So it was
good,
a lettuce salad, and it had apples in it. And
good.
I made my own dressing, and I can trying to think what else it had. It had it called like it was called a Christmas salad, but it did have some cheese, some blue cheese in it, and it had nuts. But other than that, it was pretty healthy. And then the salad dressing that I made was healthy. So, and everybody liked it. So that was no gooey Jello salad. So
So that was a win, and
that was a win.
you learned that your family loved it and they didn't
Right.
die
They didn't die. No.
without Jello salad. That's awesome, Kathy. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I'm hanging in there, and I really appreciate everybody's support too. I certainly have gotten a lot of text and emails from a lot of you, and I really appreciate that. So thank you.
Yeah, keep in touch with each other. It's a hard road. And why is there so much cancer? Well, I'll tell you, I dropped that graphic in the chat. It is directly correlated to BMI, guys. I mean, there is no doubt about it. There is no scientific doubt about it. So it is correlated, and it is correlated with all of our food system, the emulsifiers, right? The preservatives, the
Right.
trans fats, right? It's our diet. It's our culture. It's our lack of resiliency and stress management, which is why the breathing and all these weird things I'm teaching you to do are so important.
All
So
right.
cancer only cancer happens because we're not healthy. Our body's immune system is broken. It didn't find our immunity is supposed to find the cancer cells and kill it. And on a regular basis, we all have cancer cells and our immune system is taking care of it. But when it gets out of control, that means we don't have the strength, right, of our immunity that we need to have. And right now we can't compete in this world. It's so hard. So keep going, because you keep doing what you're doing, because it's impacting everyone around you, Kath. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know it's a hard road. It's a hard road. So bravo, my friend. Anyone off screen have to go, want to share, just chime in. Just come off mute and say, hey, I can't be here. Oh, Martha says I'll be listening, but wanted to let me know. Okay. Thank you, Martha. I'm gonna share what you shared with me. I'll tell them I haven't printed your story yet, but Martha wrote her story down, you know, her picture, her before and after photo, how cool that was.
Mhm.
She actually wrote her story down. So that was, thank you so much, Martha, for doing that. That was, I'll see if I can. It's too long to put in the chat, but I'm gonna make a PDF and then I'll send it out to everybody. Because it's a brilliant thing. How about you, Miss Deb? Were you on? Do you have notes for Monday, or do you
Hi,
have
I do
wins and
have
learns?
notes. Excuse me. I do have notes, and I guess they gave a lot of tips. There were two parts to it that I liked a lot. One was it's our choice what we do on the holidays. You can choose to stay on program. You can choose to compromise. You can choose to go into maintenance. You can choose to have no plan at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about planning for alcohol, planning for desserts, planning for carbs. And I like that. Um, yes. And then other tips that just we need to do every day, I guess, is use a smaller plate. Don't go hungry anywhere.
Yeah,
No
no, don't go
seconds.
hungry. That's my
Yeah.
cardinal rule.
Yeah. No second helpings. Take healthy options like Kathy did with the salad. Have fun, make it about family, look for wins during the day, and go for walks. So I liked all of that. They were very practical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, practical reminders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you have? Do you have big? So practical reminders. Which ones are you? Well, pretty much all of them can be done all the time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Because I have small plates, like, they call them dessert plates, but they're just going to be my dinner plates,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it looks like you have more when you use a
Mm-hmm.
little plate.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah.
seconds. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Always
Absolutely.
taking healthy options, and a salad I hadn't thought of, but that's an easy one.
Do you have big gatherings coming up?
Oh yeah. Well, we have a big Thanksgiving Day gathering. Yeah, big family, probably 20 people,
Mm-hmm.
big.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
there's always lots and lots of food.
right. Yeah, always, always. So, do you have ideas of what? Oh, Sandy made it! Yay! So happy. Do you have idea? Did you see the recipe links that I sent out to get some good healthy ones to bring?
Yes, I saw those today.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm also taking the protein. I'm doing the all the meat. So yeah,
Plan ahead.
yep,
Yep. Yep. That sounds like that was a win. You got and you
yep.
now here's what's another win. How many times a week have you been on those win calls? So what do we
I
call
was on every call Monday. What's today? Wednesday? I was on yesterday morning, but I was not on last night or this morning. But that was 4 in 3 days. So that's really big for me. My essential amino acids right here. I'm meeting the hydration goals for the first time, gals, in a year. That's just silly.
seriously?
Seriously. I'm just finally forcing myself. Just swallow. Just swallow.
So I didn't
So,
realize that you weren't hitting your hydration goal. So bravo.
no, no. Yeah.
What?
And the last thing I did was I joined a Walk Fit app. So it's a walk in your house. And it really is a good workout. I was breathing hard and perspiring a little when I got done with it. So just started that this week.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
positives. Yeah.
Whoa, bravo, bravo.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy,
Thank
what do
you.
you enjoy about the Wellness Integration Now calls? What they're short, they're packed with info. What do you enjoy mostly? I know
Well,
you've
I
been,
like,
and thank you for sharing
yeah,
what you've been getting out of them
yeah,
because I really appreciate that.
sure. I got on there and I kind of forgot what I wanted to share, but I came up with something. I like the success stories because we need to remind ourselves success is possible. But
Yes.
then there's tips. I mean, they go through the life book, they do little bits from the life book and the habits of health book, which I really like also. Helps me get those books open.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
trust me, that textbook, there's still parts I haven't read in 6 years.
ugh,
It just, it's a
it's a
textbook.
lot.
It's a
Yeah,
textbook. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
But it forces you to open it, like you say.
right.
So, and then it
Yeah,
keeps you focused, right? So if
right.
anyone's not going to them, try them out. I know Betty is queen. She bookends her day before and after. She's queen of win.
Yeah, that's
Congratulations.
awesome.
Congratulations, Deb. And I know they see
Yeah,
each other on
thank
the
you.
calls, so that's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
You're gonna sail through this. No problem. No problem. Yeah, and always remember, you guys, I put this snack pack, this pudding snack pack thing, a picture in the chat because Margot mentioned that last week to, use things like that if you're in a pinch. Um, but remember, there is zero nutritional value in that. It's
yeah,
fat free, but it's full of neurotransmitter interrupter and right sugar if it's sugar free. So it's still not use Optavia pudding because you get your protein, you get your
yeah,
Yes.
get your healthy carbs, your fiber, and your vitamins and your minerals. It's all jam-packed pudding, right? So just
Yes.
pointing that out, it might be a healthy, like if you're in a pinch, yeah. But
yeah,
and then put your little Cool Whip on top if you want to have a little, for even to bring your puddings to bring for other people, even like Sharon does. She shares her feelings and how to eat them, and they're yummy, and her husband eats them and he doesn't even know it. Sharon, let's hear from you Monday night. What notes do you have? What wins or what learns?
Um, I only saw half of it, so I'm gonna, from the first part. Um, um, there was, I wrote down, a plan is not about restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
It's about empowerment, going in guilt-free. The
Ooh.
structure helps you make those mindful choices about what's next. Reconnect with your purpose. What's your why? Ground yourself in the gratitude and intention of why you are and your goals. What you are doing. Your mindset is always your compass, and challenges are always going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And because she was talking about having, going to 5 different parties. It's all about what we say to ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and
yeah,
I'm walking in with a plan to every one of those 5 parties,
Mm-hmm.
and basically saying, I feel great, and I'm not hitting reset. I don't want to hit the reset button.
Mm-hmm. Are you
And
nervous about it because you're gonna see all the plates of brownies and the sugar person? Are you a little nervous?
am I?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Yay!
Actually, no, I'm not.
High five, everybody! Woo
Good,
woo!
good,
yeah,
good.
That is fantastic.
I'm filled, satisfied. I'm full of nutrition by the time it comes dessert.
Yeah, and never go hungry ever. That is my
Yes, yes,
cardinal rule. Never be
yes.
So,
hungry. Always be full, and you will be so much better off for it. Right? Move
because
before the munchies. I put a screenshot in there that I appreciated.
by the time it comes to dessert, you're not hungry.
Yeah, you're not hungry, and then you
No.
can say no much
No.
easier. Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of new generational changes? I know you're already making generational changes. What have you done so far, and what are you going to do this year?
Well,
Different.
I forgot to share a couple weeks ago, um, Halloween bags I put together for my grandkids.
Oh.
I put 2 bars in there and a shake for each of them, or a couple shakes for each of them. And they said, well, what are these, Grandma? And I said, well, they're shakes. Grandma will help you put it together sometime when, after school or whatever. So I just shared Optavia products.
Yay! Good for
and
you.
I'm like, why not? And so the adult, I thought, well, um, but so
Had them
that's,
before and they like them. I know you feed them the bars and things and they like them, right?
yeah, they've liked them.
Yeah.
So, I'm just, I'd be tickled pink if they would say to me, Grandma, do you have a bar? So I will
Yeah.
always carry bars,
That
you
is
know,
so
for that,
awesome.
for that reason that, and, they're not, one thing I noticed was I gave them up one time we were out hiking and I gave them a bar and, they got through, they weren't asking for anything else later on.
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
So, I just feel the nutrition was there and it fueled them for 2 or 3 hours, like it was
Wow.
us too. So,
Wow.
but
That's so phenomenal. I love that. Oh, that
so
just made my day.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm just sharing them with them but when for the week, my husband actually said, let's go for a walk. He's been asking, let's go for a walk. So I can,
Wow.
instead of, I'm usually the one that says, you want to go for a walk? And, most of the time he'll say yes, yes, but there's actually been days do you want to go for a walk? I'm like, absolutely, I don't turn down a walk, especially when he asks. So
If you're gonna bring it up, I'm there.
Yes.
I'm there,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm there.
Giddy up.
So,
Lucky
but
you.
just a lot of like I said, I didn't get to the end part where all the tips were, so I'm anxious to listen to that.
And you've already made recipe swaps and mock recipes for your family, so that's no new news for them. They already know they're gonna get some mock thing, and
Yeah,
right,
they will.
and
We'll see how that goes.
they're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna love it. You look at what pleasure you find in making the
Yeah.
mock thing. Who's up for making cauliflower mashed potatoes this year instead?
I
Yeah,
am.
they're the best.
I am. I bought cauliflower yesterday. So
I
Oh, it's the best.
is it good? Good.
Yeah.
It's
And you
on
could
my list. It's on my list.
eat practically the whole head of cauliflower for next to, you'll be so full by then and you probably have gas because it's a cruciferous vegetable, but you could eat half the batch. And that'd be kind of a fun splurge, right, Sharon?
Yeah.
So what did you do? You bought real cauliflower? Are you going to steam it and then process it? Or are you
yeah,
going
I'm gonna practice that, see what
to,
it
okay.
tastes like.
Yeah, just steam it,
But
put it
or the
through
riced cauliflower. I've used riced cauliflower before too, but
yeah.
the one recipe said, started with fresh cauliflower. So
And real butter, it's all good. It's good. Right? Real butter. You don't need the spray butter. My mom uses that spray butter. It makes me crazy. So yeah, awesome. Are you coloring a turkey? I know did you guys see Roxy's post about her turkey?
Mhm.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
That's my turkey. Roxy posted a thing about her turkey in the Optimal Life group, and she's colored hers, and she did a video. I don't know if you are in the position to share, Roxy, but I have to brag on Roxy because she wanted to lose 10 pounds. She can't talk, she says. She wanted to lose 10 pounds. So go to my Facebook page and watch her page and watch her story. But she's lost the 2 pounds per week. She's at 7.5 in the third week. So she's on track to lose turkey trot 10. So woohoo, everybody give Roxy a high five.
Yes, yes, high
Because
five.
she's totally on track, guys. So excited. And she's, of course, Roxy. She loves to share, and she shared her turkey very unmodestly. She and I are like, she and I are like sisters. We'll say anything and do anything pretty much. So I love Roxy for being on track and sharing her turkey. So and now let's hear from, well, if Sandy can say anything great, Tabitha great, just put your hand up or say open mic, but let us hear from Miss Betty, because Betty
Whoa.
got news.
Oh, I am so excited. I've got all kinds of new. First of all, I saw Deb. I actually saw Deb talking the other night, and That was so good. It was like, my friend, somebody I know.
On the
My
wind call, right?
Yes, on a wing call. I
Yeah.
know you. I know you. And so that was wonderful. Good going, Deb. And I wanted to recognize you that I have. Today I shared on a wind call this morning because I don't know if you remember, Dr. Amy, but on the 23rd of October, you and I said we were going to fast between 8:30 and 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Today's the 20th. I'm still on that fast. And I had gotten a hold of my dentist and said I am adding a healthy habit going into there, flossing with not the picks but the string and flossing,
No floss.
and that real toothpaste on my. And they right away called me back and encouraged me, and so I sent them in a cat today. And what I'd added on was leaving the toothbrush in my mouth for the 2 minutes. And so they were real excited about that. So I've noticed less tartar, whiter teeth. And so just good things. And I've also had 2 days, yesterday and part of today, where I haven't compulsively eaten. I've been just good. So I've had my nights for almost 30 days and my 2 days now without compulsively eating. I just got off the session with Kate. It's wonderful. I've made so much progress. I just cannot. I you guys know it, but I cannot tell you how much this program means to me. And with the wind call this morning, I really wanted. They were talking about the food and stuff, and I was thinking, but you know what? The strength in the other program is what helps me with the food. And if I'm doing well with the food, that's what helps me with community or sleep or what else. That all, and you guys are the backbone that hold me up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
tell us now what I know Kate has you working on. You were afraid to open up the emotional Pandora's box, right?
Yes. And
So
that's what I'm working on, emotional eating. Yeah.
right. So that for lots of people, it's a Pandora's box, and we just keep eating instead of drinking or doing being a drug addict, right?
Yeah.
And so Betty's brave, and she went, "Okay, Kate, dig into my Pandora's box. Let's do this thing, right?" And so, is that scary? Is it easy? Is it better than you thought? Is it easier? Is it more?
Every day gets better and better. Whatever we take care of that day, it's cleaned up, it's gone. I even had one the other day. Um, because of change in weather, my knee was so bad I could hardly. It was just screaming pain, terrible. And I just stopped and I tapped and tapped all over, and I tapped my knee and I said, "I'm putting you in God's box." And I said, "God, I'm taking the lid off. I'm putting my knee in there." And you know what? The pain went away. Did it still ache? Yes. Is it still sore? Yes. But the pounding, nasty pain, that is gone.
Went
It's
away.
in God's box, and I will take care of that when Kate and I get around to it. So it's just miraculous. It really is.
Mhm.
All that nasty crud that
So
you're
you've
taking
worked on
care
a
of.
body part pain, and then with the emotional freedom technique, and then have you worked on specific foods then that you're not? I mean,
Now,
or what?
I was supposed to work on this today, but we didn't get around to it. And this has been sitting here for a couple of weeks, and it's going to sit until the 2nd of December when we're working on it. You see this bag? Anytime you want to see it, I will show it to you. It's
And that,
sitting here.
and you haven't had any of it.
Oh, yeah. I ate it, but once I
Oh,
talked to her about it, I didn't touch it. I've
so
opened this up. So want you to know, okay, it's right here, say the bottom under here.
okay. So like no craving for it. Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to.
Since it's that it was driving me crazy up in the car, and so I was just craving it and craving it and craving it, And then I told her about it, and she said, we'll work on that. And I just quit eating because I need to save it for when we work on it. So it's just sitting there,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
For
It's
anybody that's watching a recording or not understanding this, this is emotional freedom technique. It's an advanced way to calm the amygdala down, to rewrite our brains, to train
yes,
it to think differently from the way it's like stuck. It's like an old record player, and the needle is stuck in the reaction to go to the. So she's unsticking the needle to skip in the record. So
yes. And I've done it. I've done it with 2 other foods, but this is the one we were going to do. Whatever you do, I didn't get to do that one when you had the big group. So
okay. So
that's
you
what I
did
did.
Dorito, and what are the other foods you've done?
I did the nuts.
Nuts.
And so the nuts are my friend that I don't need to, that when I measure out a serving, that a serving is what I eat.
Okay. Cool.
And so I took care of that. And what else? There was one other thing that popcorn.
Popcorn.
Mhm.
Good.
And that's a legal food. I don't have to abuse it. I'm in control. And so when I want it, I'll
Awesome.
measure out my cup and be done with it. So
Awesome. Get your power back. She's getting her
yes.
power back, y'all. That's fantastic.
Oh, I'm so happy and
That
this,
compulsiveness was just leading you around like a horse with a rein, right?
I know, I know, and it's like, oh, I'm in and now I've taken care of Dad, and several times I've taken different parts. I've taken care of school, and when I was a child, first grade and 5th grade. So, can you see me? I'm shining. Can you see my shining?
Yes.
So you're
I
you're
see
digging
it.
you're digging into first grade stuff. Whoa, and daddy issues. Yowza. You are
It's
brave. You're a
yeah.
brave girl.
So I've
Brave
taken
girl.
care of 1st grade and 5th grade. So yes, it's so freeing. It's
Well, you're
amazing.
such an inspiration because we all have that old baggage and we keep replaying those tapes, and it's our responsibility to stop playing the tapes. And as Dr. A would say, tell that person to go sit and put their nose in the corner, right? We're
Yeah,
not you anymore. We don't need
yeah.
that.
I
So,
don't need that.
yeah.
That's not me. The adult Betty is taken over, and and I've got Betty Sue on my hip, and I've hugged her and held her,
Oh.
and she's content and happy, and yeah,
Betty
I'm
Sue is
thinking,
the mini Betty, right?
yeah,
Betty Sue.
Betty,
Yeah. Betty Sue.
and
Hmm.
no one's hurting her right. No one can hurt her or push her around or abuse her in any way. No, I've got her. She's under my care now. Don't mess with grandma. I'll get my broom. I'll get my broom and just sweep you right out the door.
Oh, those littles, they live in there. We gotta take care of them, the littles.
It's,
Yeah, they're the littles. Oh no, this sounds really bizarre to you guys, but we all have those stages that we're stuck in life, right? Could be first grade, could be 10th grade, whatever. But
yes.
the littles live until we unstick the littles and take care of the
Yeah,
littles. So,
yeah.
um, yeah,
So
that's really cool. I love hearing that from you because yeah, there was one year that I worked with Kate and my other gal that I work with, and my littles wanted to play. I never played my whole life. I work, school, get A's, do, and I wanted to
yeah,
play. That summer I camped. That summer I went to the beach. That summer I did all kinds of things I hadn't done ever and forever and ever and or if ever, and that was a great year taking care of my and
wonderful.
now she was very happy, and then it just made all the difference
Yeah,
in the world.
it
So
does.
yeah, it's really cool stuff. So thank you for sharing that, being very vulnerable and open and honest with all of that, because it's real,
Yeah,
and people struggle with it all the time. So
yes,
it drives our emotional eating bus, no matter what we think, it always does. Those emotional issues are
right.
always in there. So thank you so much. I don't know, Sandy, you can share, Elaine, Tabitha, I know, yeah, Roxy can't share, but I kind of shared her story for her. Um, Anybody else have any wins or learns of the week that they want to talk about?
This is Sandy. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sandy, I'm so glad you
Yes.
got on.
Well, I can't see myself, and I couldn't get to. I finally figured out where the microphone was. I'm on my phone again.
Do you know what I figured out, you guys? On my phone, it on Zoom. If I tap the phone instead of swiping, if I just tap it when Zoom is on, that little bar comes up on my phone. Just a little it
That
I
worked.
Well, I finally tapped to get the microphone on, but
there. Yeah.
so I'm making progress. I was at my Medicare checkup this morning, and even though I put on a few pounds, he said that I'm in really good shape for my age, and he's happy with my skin and my blood pressures, and he's happy that I'm sleeping well.
Yeah.
The last 3 days, I have been doing 15 minutes of chair exercise for seniors in my living room, looking at the TV. And I'm starting to drink more water. I'm not up there yet,
Awesome.
but I'm starting to drink more water. And I'm working a little, little by little on decluttering and dealing with my mom's things, which has been a big deal for me. And
Yeah.
I started learning the keyboard. After 6 days, I played Amazing Grace on my right hand, just the tune for brain
Oh.
health. And I got rid of two major responsibilities in my life. I was the president of Minnesota Church Women United, which is an ecumenical women's group. And I closed down the state of Minnesota because nobody was stepping up to be the leader. I've been doing it alone for 3 or 4 years, so it's out of my life. And I resigned from being the unit president for my United Women in Faith group. I told them if nobody else steps up, that we're done. And both of those are very freeing. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. It's very hard for me to do it, but I did that. I'm still active at the state level for United Women in Faith, and I'm still on the national board for Church Women United. But just two huge pieces that I decided that I need to release.
Yay!
That's great.
And I listened to one win call. I finally got into one win call this week. I've having a heck of a time getting in, but I finally got on one. I think it was Monday morning, but I can't remember. I saw Betty there.
You do? Wow.
I can't remember which one, but anyway, I got into one and I made it back here today. So I'm proud of myself for making it back here. I'm sorry you can't see me. I don't know how to turn this thing on. So whatever.
It's
You're almost
okay.
done
It's okay.
anyway.
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
here.
Just try tapping around and see if that doesn't make a difference.
Your photo was beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, the photo in the black dress.
Yes.
Yeah, that was taken when I was partway through the program. I think I was at about 150 pounds in that photo. And my goal was 125, which I reached. And now I look very much the same in the face. It's the belly that got bigger. I weigh 170 this morning, and the face looks very similar to that picture, but the the belly and the hips and the other parts are larger. But I'm working on it.
But
And I'm
Sandy,
not beating myself up about it.
Sandy,
Good.
so you are, so you're, but you, and so you're doing great, but you left out the fact that your husband is dealing with some health issues now.
Yeah.
And so that's pushing some emotional buttons, right?
Yeah.
So, so make sure that, we're all here for you when you're feeling like going off the wagon, right? Just, we're there.
Yeah, I wish I could get. Also, I must have the wrong Zoom link into my calendar because I clicked on it and didn't get there. And then I went to the Healthy Habits Facebook page and found you today. So I've got to, something's wrong there. I got to go figure that out too. I've got the wrong Zoom link into my calendar.
I sent everyone an email with all the links recently called Quick Links, and I can send it to you again, Sandy, so that you're here on time. Yeah, we can take care of that.
That was so helpful that when you sent those, you sent one to win and then you sent the whole list. And I had a friend come over and put it in a special link thing on the side, and I
Mhm.
just go to that, click in, and I get right in. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Otherwise, I can't make it. But that really helped.
Yeah, let's just take care of that technical end, Sandy. Just text me to remind me, and I'll make sure to re-email you so you can save it properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm home now, so I'm going to try to get my computer on. I'm going to try to get into it on my computer the last 5 minutes here, but
Yeah.
I'm done talking for now. So thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Well, thank you. And I put Sandy's picture in there so y'all can see her. She's on her way. She's on her, on her way back and support her with her husband issues that are going on too. So he's got some health challenges that are pushing emotional buttons. So bravo, Sandy. I'm proud of you for getting here and getting back on those calls.
Thank you.
Those are
There,
huge
there
wins.
is a call-in number for the win calls.
Yeah, there's a regular just call button or call number. Yeah, without Zoom.
The funny thing is, I thought it was just a call in or just a webinar. I didn't realize we were going to see each other, and I was in my nightgown. And I just let it go.
A lot
Oh,
of people get on the win calls out of the shower, their hair in towels.
I was in my
Just
nightgown.
doesn't matter.
And I was horrified, and I thought, well, you don't have time to change it. Just go with it. And I did. I just
No.
stayed there.
And you
Yeah,
look
no.
beautiful. You look beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It
No.
doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. You can have your hair in wet hair in a towel. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah, it's all about integrating wellness now, and that's now, today, right now, right? So yeah, these are fantastic. These are fantastic. I don't know if if any of you are, oh, by the way, this is our third week of the 2 week like focus on a macro habit. This is the healthy mindset 2 week rotation, and I'm going to focus on 3 gratitudes a day. So I'm going to encourage you guys to focus on writing down 3 gratitudes for these 2 weeks for this macro habit focus. And it goes right along with the time of the year. So focus on 3 gratefuls, writing those down this next couple weeks, and then we'll start. Does that make sense? Um, I've got a couple other wins, clients that aren't on the call that I'd love to share, and I'll write Martha's and send you guys out a PDF because she wrote hers out so nicely. But I would love to share a couple other ones with you of people that aren't on here just for inspiration. Does anyone want to, is anyone up for sharing one live for 5 minutes after we're done? Or anyone into that? Going on Facebook Live and saying, here's my win for the week? Or client win of the week? No? Okay, that's fine. I will just do it myself. But I want to share with you my little success story was a new client. Her name is and I'll share this live too, but her name is Julie. And she was having a really bad problem, a couple really bad acute emotional issues. And I sent her the box breathing little GIF thing that it leads you, the little animated thing. She did that. She did that in her doctor appointment. She did it in her review with her HR person, and she was highly stressed in these highly stressed situations. And she remembered to do her box breathing. And she is a new person. She's maybe been a month or 2 months at the most. So I was so proud of her because she said, you know what? It helped me so much. So remember, take a moment, do your box breathing. She was thrilled. I was thrilled that she remembered to do it because it's not easy, right? In the moment to remember.
Yeah.
But Sharon, you're doing that now. You're more conscious of the breathing, right?
Yep.
Do you have a win of the week from a client? A fun story or a fun win from a client? That was fun for me. No, can't think of one.
Just, somebody felt they got off track, but they identified where they went off track.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the awareness.
That was big. So that was a win for her because she was like, oh, here's where my tire was flat. Here's where I went off. Yeah. That's great. That's a huge win because we go through life unconscious, right? Here's another win I had this week. Do you remember Nancy who came on and she was talking about the diet do addiction and she was working with Kate and she got rid. She was last week, she was 85 days free of diet do and 51 days free of Frappuccino. That was last week. So
Wonderful.
add 7. Yeah. So bravo to Nancy if you're watching this recording, because that is fantastic. I mean, seriously, 10 pounds of sugar, we calculated. She's the one that I was telling you about. 10 pounds of sugar in those 2 drinks, excluding food and excluding any consumable items. So that was huge. And then one other one is well, Martha, that speaks for itself, but we'll save that one. But Patricia, she is large and in charge. Shows up on Optimal Life now and then. She is on those win calls. Her name is Patricia. So you watch for her, Patricia. And she is a dark horse. I mean, I'll tell you what, she is coming up and she if I could put a poster board for Optavia, if I could put her on a billboard for Optavia, she'd be it, right? Every page of the life book, every page of it, every call, everything, right? She doesn't show up live yet. She's still not, an in person. She's getting there. But I just want to shout her praises because she's consistently losing that pound to 2, pound to pound and a half a week, 23 pounds down in the 35th week or something like that, and she's just killing it. So I just wanted to shout out for her because she is really and just completely optimal. And I am also going to end the big win is that she had done Optavia in the past, you guys. And the chart I showed you with the country and how this was, okay, how bad it's getting. Our role modeling is so critical that we share this with people. She did 15 years ago, she did Optavia and they had Take Shape for Life. So they had some form of coaching, but they didn't have this. And she said, this is completely, hi, Sandy. Oh, we can see you. Yay. She says, this was so completely different. She loves it. She absolutely loves it, but she didn't get it the first time because she just got the food.
Yeah.
So incredibly important, right? That we get all the other stuff. So I want to just give you guys a shout out. Keep sharing with everyone what you're getting out of the calls, off the Facebook group, off the book, whatever, because it is saving her life. It's changing her life. And she's so happy she's found this because she doesn't want to do another diet. And so bravo to Patricia, and see her on the win calls. Yay, Sandy, you figured it out. So cool.
Well, I just wanted to, I haven't been here for a while and I haven't seen Betty and Deb. You look fantastic.
Right?
And I
Thank you.
watched Roxy's thing. Sharon looks the same. She looks fantastic all the time. But I mean, you look like you've been making some progress. And Roxy's, I watched Roxy's video and it was wonderful.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
though I'm not here with you, I'm with you in spirit. I just haven't made it here.
You're going to be back. You'll be fine. You're here. You're back. Did you
Yeah.
guys get the silicone little molds that we talked about last week? Did you guys look into those?
I
For
have
what?
used them for years. I've used them for many years. They're wonderful for the pumpkin and stuff. Anything in there.
Yeah, I'm going to get some, but I want to tell you, I'm taking my shakes and I am putting them with water or milk, and then I just zip them up in the magic bullet and I put them in here, and then I make ice cream cubes and I just pop it out and I've got an ice cream cube. It's fabulous.
Cool.
Okay, it's fabulous. You could do this for grandkids, and you know what, Sharon? I even thought of today. Why don't I cut up my frozen banana? My frozen bananas are fabulous. They're like ice cream. Cut them up into pieces, stick a piece of frozen banana in the center. Why not? Right? So I use this is a hot chocolate. You can use hot chocolate, any shake, anything, and turn it into a little ice cream. I'm gonna start putting my frozen banana, frozen berries, frozen raspberries or whatever. Make your own little thing. That's a great little holiday deal. Maybe somebody would like it.
Yes.
And then the tofu. Okay, I know this looks and sounds and is probably disgusting to you, but I adore it because, again, you can put the shake in there. You actually one box and 2 shakes, or one, like half of it you can put a chocolate shake, and then the other half you can put a soup and make a dip, and the one half you can make it like a pudding. The other half you can make a dip. I put the chicken noodle rice soup in the other half and make a dip. Okay. It's so stinking easy. And then you just put a bunch of salt in it or however you want to taste it. It's so stinking easy. And all it is protein with lean protein with no fat. So it's really great. And it's real bulky and then you feel full and it's a lot of food, but it's a lot of protein too. So anywho, those are my little tips for you can try. And I just wanted to bring that. So thank you so much for being here today and sharing so vulnerably. And anybody have a top takeaway they like from today or what's inspiring to you before we leave?
What you just presented now.
Really?
Yes, that looks
Really?
exciting. Yes, it does.
Oh,
I'm going
good.
to try that. And
I'm
plus
gonna,
the cauliflower thing that I learned the other day
yeah,
that you and Dr. Michelle told me about. It's on my list when I go shopping Friday.
good.
I'm picking that up and I'm taking it with. I found a recipe with the cauliflower and the broccoli, so I can take a vegetable and take it with. So we'll see if I can the tofu might make it legal. So
Well, anything's legal, Betty. Nothing is wrong because you're just working on the emotion behind it, right? So just remember,
yes,
you're not nothing is illegal in your world.
Oh,
You're
for me,
just,
listening to Betty's emotional journey was very helpful. It's
yes,
inspiring.
yes.
oh,
We have to
good.
detach from right and wrong and good and bad and just get to what is bothering us. So
Yep.
that's where Betty is supposed to not be right and wronging and good and badding,
Yeah,
right?
and several times I was told moderations, and I go, oh,
Yeah.
moderation. That's my word on the board.
Yeah.
That's my word behind me. Moderation. So
Yeah. Kate's instructions. Betty is not restricted. She's learning to feel her emotions, right?
yes,
Get them out.
yes,
Yay, Kate. I'm so glad you shared here because Sandy needed to hear it. And Sandy,
good. And
yeah,
Me
absolutely.
too.
These
that's
things,
what it's
yeah,
about.
and so can we all, Deb, right? You got a lot
Yep.
out of it too?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, yay. So this is cool. Well, I'm gonna go on live. If anyone wants to stay with me and tell a win or a client win, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, I will send you the recording of this, and Margot sends her best. And she will be back with us next week and sends her love. So anyone have a closing statement in lieu of Margot not being here?
I know.
I put mine in the chat. Here's mine. It's really simple. Closing statement. Fear regret more than fearing failure. Boom. Fear
Very,
regret more than fearing
yes,
failure.
yes, that
Yep.
sounds good.
Yep. So there's the closing statement. Have a wonderful day, y'all. And
Bye.
I look forward to next week.
Love
Yep.
you.
Love
You
you.
too.
Love you too. Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.
There we go. Okay. Let's see.